Hello friends, how you doing today? Welcome to my channel. I hope everyone's having a good day, a good Saturday, and a good weekend. So I am here to share with you a new listing I have in my shop today for this fabric bundle, or you could call it a sewing bundle, and also another little listing I just did for some seam binding. So I wanted to let you know that there is a listing, brand new listing in my shop for seam binding. And the seam binding is this lacy, lace that we like to use in our journals and on our tags and, paper crafting and things like that. Of course, people use it for sewing too. But yeah, there's assorted colors. It's per package. These are, I would say, all vintage. It's the 1/2 inch wide. They all say 3 yards. There's different brands. They're Wrights. Most of them say Wrights. There's a couple JNP coats and a couple of Clarks in here. But I'll let you look at the listing if you're interested. I'll link it below, and you can go over there and see the colors. I listed the colors by the color they have on the package. So like this one says, it says BR. It looks like right there. I don't know. I'm not sure what that means. But then pink 22, like that. So whatever they have on here, this one's peach 60, anything like that they have written on here, that's what I put in the listing. They're all unopened, never used, and by that I mean never used. Like most of them are covered with the original plastic, but sometimes the plastic is worn out at the top here. I think that's where I've seen it worn, off the most. So like this one doesn't have it here at the top, and this one right here either. But you can tell it was never used. So as far as I can tell, it was never used. Like, I'm not going to pull these out of the package and make, try to disturb it and make, count the yards or anything like that. I'm just assuming when it's like this that top part was worn off, because you can see, the original little wrapping is there, and it just looks like it was never opened, type of thing. If it was opened, I think it would be more, the plastic would be gone, or like that. So anyway, fun new listing in my shop. And so yeah, just if you want, just favorite my shop, and whenever I do a new listing, in my shop, you will see under the bell in Etsy, you'll get a little notification. And you never know what I'm going to put in there, right? What little new thing I bring home. And if you just want to keep an eye on it, just check over there once in a while and see. Put it on. You can put your view on most recent, and then the last thing, the top row, will be the latest things I've listed. So as far as the bundle this week, I got together a little bundle here. I like doing the little bundles because I can slip it into an envelope, easy peasy, even though it does weigh a good amount. Believe it or not, this does add up to a good weight. Last week's was over a pound, so I don't know if this one will be over a pound, but I did get some flat rate envelopes, trying to keep the postage down as much as possible. I don't have any control over the postal rates, but I do my best. So let's see what I got here. So this week I did put another little ruler in here, and this one was never used. It's a little plastic 6-inch ruler again. I said I like to pick up the 6-inch ruler, and I thought this one was nice. You can see how wide it is. It's see-through, which is nice for crafting, and it's a ruler with a magnifier right there, it says. So I thought that would be a good one for crafting. The magnifier part, I think, is, let me see if I can tell. Yeah, I think it's this little middle strip right here. So if you want to put that on something when you're crafting, you'll be able to see like some numbers or small print in there if you want to use it for that. But I thought that was interesting, and I've seen people use the see-through rulers, and I thought, well, that's really nice. You know what I mean? And I put another piece of the doily in here for this bundle, and another piece of the apron that I had taken apart. This one has the little Dutch people on it, and I told you last week it reminds me, or whenever I show this fabric, it reminds me of Pennsylvania Dutch. It was an apron, like a vintage apron, really pretty, but it had some stains on it, and like this one does have a little something right there. And I washed this like at least once or maybe even twice trying to get the stains out, and I couldn't. But I don't think that's a big deal when it comes to the type of crafting we do in our junk journals and our paper crafting. Like, we kind of like the distressing, and we also, you know, work around it, things like that. If this was a pocket, I think it would be fine. Or if you know, might even want to fussy cut out these little people. So, or even this little scallop section here, you know, so many things, right, that you could do. The pattern this week that I put in this one, sewing pattern. So I've been putting like a tattered pattern here in here, not a perfect one, but this still, excuse me, has a good front on it, even though it's coming apart. I think you really could flatten this out and make it into a journal cover if you wanted to, but you can see it's coming apart. It's coming all apart here. The side, just looks like it came unglued, really. You know, the whole side is kind of here. It doesn't really even look torn. The top flap is gone, I think. Yeah, I think the top flap is gone. It doesn't really look ripped exactly. Maybe it was cut off. I don't know. I think I got this one at an estate sale. And then this side also kind of looks like it just came unglued. And then we have the, let's see, we have a lot of tissue in here and the instruction paper. So yeah, this is kind of a neat looking pattern. It's a different color than you usually see. Let me show you real quick. I'm just seeing different colors. The red and black. Is it red and black or a bluish color, and some black and some red? So that's interesting, right? See the different colors. So kind of interesting, I think. And so down to the little fabrics here. So I wrapped this one in. These are this is coffee dyed, like like a gauzy fabric here that I tore into strips and coffee dyed it. So you get that bonus, right? No, not really, but it's just a little thing I like to use those to tie up things. So just a fun little thing. And so the fabrics, let's see. So we've got this little pretty flowered one, and some of these are fabric, like fabric, and some of these are from sheets and pillowcases. So this is a really gorgeous one. Some of these I might have had, or most of these, I think I had some of these last week too. So yeah, I just got together another bundle. But you know, it opens and opens and opens. So, you know, at least fat quarter size or bigger. Most of these, there's some smaller pieces, but most of these, I'll show you the smaller pieces, but the bigger pieces are all, you know, at least fat quarter size, which is 18 by 22 inches. And then here's another piece of this pretty kind of really pretty fabric, like tulipy type floral fabric. Now this one's not 18 by 22, but it's still a good size, as you can see. Really, I think you could get the inside and the outside of a journal on that, depending on your size of your journal, but you know what I mean. You could, if you wanted to, make the inside and outside of a cover with that, or two outsides, put something else inside. And then here's a pretty, now those are, well, the fabrics are mostly cottony. This one's a little kind of silky. Very pretty though, isn't it? Delicate pink flowers. And you can see how big it is. Well, I think you can see. I don't know if the camera can get the whole thing, but yeah, I think you can see. So I hope everyone's going to have a great Saturday or a nice weekend. Let's see. So that one, that was 3. I'm going to try to count. 1, 2, 3, and then this is another piece. Now, see, I got all of these from thrift stores, so they might not be perfect. So, like this one has a little hole right here. You know, and I showed you the other thing with a little stain. But we work around these issues, right? So this is a mauve floral, and you can see this is folded over, so bigger. I would say this is bigger than a fat quarter, or larger than a fat quarter. So it's like got little tiny flowers on there, kind of like beige flowers on a mauve, pink, rosy kind of background. And here's another rosy background, a little bit more pink than that one, but still a mauvey rose, I would say, but more pink. But isn't that pretty? Don't you love those flowers? Beige kind of flowers there. And opens and opens. Again, very good size piece there. And then this is a piece of that eyelet. This might be the last piece of my eyelet because it was just like a shirt or a smock that I kind of just cut in half. So like last week, I think I had the front of it, and this week I have the back of it. Isn't it gorgeous? I should keep this, but I'm not because I have too much fabric. If you saw my Thrifty Thursday last week, yeah, too much fabric, but that's what I kind of just get some and say, you know, use some for me, use some, you know, for my shop. That's all I can do, right? When you find a good deal, you got to do something with it, right? So here's the one that I say kind of Christmassy, but not necessarily. It's just gingerbreads, gingerbread men, things like that, gingerbread women. And it could be cookbook or whatever. You can cut these apart and make tags and things. All kinds of fun things you can do with this, but it opens and opens again. Good size piece. And it even has a little recipe here. Grandma's gingerbread. I think that's so cute. But yes, I remember getting this around, I found it around Christmas last year, and I thought I was going to use it, and then I never ended up using it. So cookie jar there, but really pretty. So where are we? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you know, good size pieces there. And then here's some smaller pieces, I think. Let me see. So number 7, I think. So this is a quilt piece, you know, like a quilt square. And this quilt had small squares on it. You know, some quilts have bigger squares, some quilts have smaller squares. This one had little like pieced together squares like this, which I think is really neat to have all these little pieces that you can cut up and use, you know, type of thing. Or you could even make a little journal with this if you folded it over, you know, in some way like that. So yeah, so many things. So that was 7. We got, let me see, we're like 7, 8, 9 of the fabrics, and then you got the extra pieces. So there's more than 10 pieces of items in this bundle. This is the embroidery piece I have this week. It's got a background with the old whatever muslin or whatever. You can see it has some stains there. This is like I always say when I show this, I don't know how old this is. It seems like it's probably like super old, but I have no idea. I have no way of telling what year it's from or anything, or what decade, you know. But this old muslin-y type fabric, and then this right here, this is different from any of the others. This is kind of velvety, very soft, but not velvet. I don't know. It's just very soft, silky, kind of soft. It might be some kind of silk. It's so soft, but you can see it there. So 2 of those triangles, and then the little embroidery in here is kind of violet or lavender color. Little kind of little leaves or little tiny branches or twigs there with leaves, but really pretty. It can be cut up and used. So, and then this piece, oh, this is another big piece. So this is the other one. It looks kind of Pennsylvania Dutch to me, and it's got all these squares. It's a good size piece, and you can use this as a whole or cut it up, and it has all these kind of little sayings on it, which is so cute. A bad broom leaves a dirty room. So cute stuff like that. So yeah, and the colors are really nice too. These would be great for fall or any time of year, really. So that sorry, that is it for this week. And yeah, I promised someone that I would do another bundle this week, and here it is. And I hope to get more together as you know, maybe each weekend or whatever. I know I took a few weeks off, but because I was doing this, but you know, just do it as time permits. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this week's bundles and my new seam binding listing. If you need any of that, check it out, because you know, when it goes, it's gone. It's not like I have a you know, more than one of these colors. So if you saw a color, or if you go to my shop and see a color you want, I would say grab it because, you know, once it's gone, it's gone. Those are vintage, so I don't even know if they make those colors anymore, type of thing. So thanks for watching today. I hope everyone has a great weekend, and I'll see you in my next video. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.